What up, though? I'm Cedric Sutton. This is Balance of Power. You came here to learn, so let's get it in. Today's lesson, objectify your woman. Did he say that shit? Yeah, he said that shit. I said that shit. Why are you not? Now I know why you're not. You're not doing it because you were taught. You were taught by society, you were taught by women, you were taught by a bunch of folks who don't know nothing about actually getting women taught to not. Forget all that. This is one of the most important pieces of game for relationship retention. Your lady should almost always be in a situation of wanting to hit it with you. With you. W-I-T-C-H-U. With you. And by situation, I mean mentally, physically, and most importantly, emotionally. Wanting to just tear your clothes off. Wanting to just... Why? Why are you not there? Why are you not doing this? I know why. We already talked about it, but damn it, homie. I'm about to explain some stuff. Gold bars of game getting dropped on you right now. It sounds excessive. It sounds like it's a lot. Like, oh my gosh, like we're so busy. We're doing this, and then like we don't have time. We have kids. We have... I'm telling you, it sounds excessive, but it is not. Players, pimps, dogs, dudes who acquire women regularly, consistently, during that acquisition, when they get the women, 75 to 100% of the conversations, of the interactions between them and women is about hitting. Because in these interactions, it's way less about talk and way more about action. Because think about it. How many times have you heard a story from a cheating woman about how she did something dirty in a janky situation, huh? How many times have you heard about her hitting it in the bathroom stall of a nightclub on a girls' trip? Do you think that that dude in the situation was doing romantic things? Do you think he was like sweeping her off her feet in the 20, 30 minutes or an hour and a half or whatever that it took to get to know your girl? Is that how he took her? Is that how he stole her? No. It's because he made the conversation and made the whole situation about. And just in case you don't understand what I mean, when I say hitting it, I mean hitting them skins, beating up them guts. Like, hold up, wait. I need to go in reverse order. You got to go the other way for you to understand. Actually, it means we're talking about sexual intercourse. We're talking about putting things into things. That's what that means. It's we're talking about making love. Now, gentlemen, if you're in a relationship right now, which you should be, Balance of Power is about helping people in relationships. If you're watching this video with your girl, I know you didn't like that visual. Ladies, we are very imaginative as men. If we hear something, we see it in our brain. That's just how it works. So I know the visual messed you up, but if you don't like that visual because you thought about it, you heard some situation and that messed you up, you don't want to actually be in that situation. All right? Because the way this happens is because dudes are not on their job. This is part of your job. If some dude from the outside could get your girl without doing any work other than just sexual stuff, you need to be there first. So enough of talking about the problem. Because the fact is, it's a problem when you don't do it because another dude will. If it's a huge hole in your relationship, and that's how people get in. You leave holes in your relationships, and another dude comes in and fills in holes. You need to be plugging the hole first so he can't do it. I'm serious though. It's an innuendo, but you don't want that end going in though. Know what I mean? Okay, that was a little clunky, but you know what I mean. So let's get into the solution. Now you know me by now. I'm not just going to talk about the problem. We're going to talk about the solution, okay? So, this part, this part is fun. Now, the problem is messed up, but the solution gonna be fun. It's dangerous, it's gonna be scary to some of y'all, but damn it if it ain't fun. Because this is what it is, gentlemen. Every single grimy thing you ever wanted to do to some random hotness you saw across the room, do that. Do that shit to your girl. That's what we doing. That's the solution. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? Why not? She yours. Do it. Do it. Because if you ain't, somebody else is. Do it to your girl. Now, hold up. Wait a second. I always have to remember to do this because for me, it's a given. But some of y'all stupid. So I got to say this. Obviously, this is with consent. This is in a consenting relationship where the two of you are together. Nah, I mean, you're not doing this to some stranger. You're not doing this to a random girl you see. This is your girl. And ladies, just because I say the phrase, because I hear y'all tripping in the background, just because I say the phrase, your girl, your wife, you're this, you're that, does not mean he owns you, obviously. So just let me talk to my dudes how I need to talk to my dudes for them to be able to give you what you actually need. Okay? Okay. Now back to the lecture at hand. So gentlemen, every grimy thing you ever thought about saying, every dirty thing you ever thought about doing, you gonna do that. Why not? This is the time. This is when you can actually do it. See, weirdly, people think about doing it when they're in a bar, when they're in a club, when they see some girl in a restaurant. But then, when you can actually do it, you forget that that's a thing. You start thinking random, dumb thoughts that prevent you from doing it. No, this is it. You need to be walking into the house and seeing your girl, I don't know, let's say you come into the bedroom and she's in the bathroom over there brushing her teeth. You should be walking by, slap her on her ass, be like, damn, girl, how you got all that back there? Why not? Why not? This is, yo, do that. Why aren't you walking up behind her and being like, why you smell so good? Where she's here, her head is facing this way, you come up behind her, and you whisper something crazy in her ear. Like, damn, I want to take all your clothes off. What? Why not? Why aren't you doing this? If you are not doing this, you're not constantly having your lady in a situation, as we talked about, of wanting to hit it with you. Because if you really want to be getting your bedroom time, because some of you gentlemen are not getting that. Some of you gentlemen are not. You are not putting it in. Before you have sex with her, you need to have sex with her mind. You need to have sex with every part of her before you get to the bedroom. This is how, whoa, I was about to say something on YouTube that I can't say on YouTube. Woo! Yeah. I can't even get into the crazy nitty gritty here. That might have to be a Patreon exclusive. I had to stop myself from saying that sentence. YouTube, y'all almost got me caught up in these streets. Sure. But certain things happen on this end of bedroom fun with her being ready because you start here. You start off by saying things that you always wanted to say. You walk in, you're like, damn girl, how you get all that in them jeans? Dumb stuff. You can play around. You can walk by and just walk up and just feel on her and be like, I'm sorry, I had to. I saw you from the other side of the room and you just was looking good with all the... Why are you not? Why are you not, gentlemen? Why are you not? Now, just try it. Experiment. You should already know what kind of girl you got, but at the same time, do some experimentation. Find out how she likes to be touched. Find out how she likes to be talked to. Find out what dirty talk she likes, what jokes she likes, what innuendo she likes, what part of her body feels good. Does she like it squeezed? Does she like it slapped? Does she like it bitten? And by the way, gentlemen, if these conversations are freaking you out right now, if it's getting a little too hot right now, if it's hard for you to talk about it, of course it's going to be hard for you to do it. It's going to be hard for you to do it because you ain't used to doing it. But I'm telling you right now, the dudes who take your women do this on the regular. They almost exclusively do this. And the reason why your girls get took is because women, especially wives, mothers, people who've been out of the dating game for a while and been locked down for a while, their men are not giving them this. And so these dudes coming from the streets are giving them this. You have left the hole for another dude to plug it in. So don't leave no holes. No holes in your armor, no holes in your castle walls. Plug up all the holes. I'm giving you permission to plug some holes, gentlemen, so then later that night you can plug some holes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't doing enough on that front. You're not treating your girl like you just met her. You're not treating her like she's that hotness across the bar. You should. Why not? Even if you're like, oh, I've put on weight, she's put on weight. So? Now, what this does for your relationship, if you actually do this correctly, is it creates this playful banter. It creates this flirty tension. You need to be building sexual tension. Over time in any relationship, the friendship portion will happen naturally. The sexual tension needs to be built intentionally. You need to purposefully think and do in these ways. If not, you're leaving holes unplugged. So when you get this playful banter, she might banter back. She might be like, oh, you're stupid. Oh my gosh, you're so silly. Or like, oh, this is what's gotten into you. If you come up behind her and she's like, oh my. Now, in case you're worried, in case you're like, what do you mean? Cedric, I can't do that. My girl's not like that. Or like, this might cause. Another thing, don't be afraid, gentlemen. Don't go too crazy. But at the same time, try to go a little crazy. Try to experiment with some stuff. Try some stuff you never thought about. Bite her on the neck, nibble on the ear, whisper certain crazy stuff that you've heard in some movie. I don't know. But the fact is, you're never going to know what she likes if you don't try it. If you have not done all of this in the beginning of your relationship, now's the time. Because the fact is, gentlemen, she will tell you if she don't like it. If she doesn't like it, obviously, listen to what she says. But she'll let you know. This is not a girl off the street. This is your wife, your girlfriend, she lives with you. Like, this is not random and weird. This is, she's already chosen you. She already likes you. Hopefully she likes you. But this is something that is already inherently allowed. But if you do something like you smack her ass or whatever, and she's like, I don't really like that. Gentlemen, the first thing possibly to think about, she might not like it because you did it wrong. You might need practice. But that's when you can ask her questions, be like, not on the spot, but later, like if she goes, ooh, don't do that, ask her later, whisper in her ear, be like, yo, what about, did I hit too hard? Was it too much fingers? What is it that you're not used to it? Did you want to try it? Like, ask her questions. It opens up sexual conversations. Because again, if you're not talking about it, if you're not thinking about it, if you're not playing around with it before you get to nighttime, it's why nighttime don't happen. Many women feel like this whole thing ends up being a surprise. It ends up being like, you didn't give me any attention throughout the day. None of the day was about sexy time, and then later you want to roll up. Like, women get upset about that. Why are you not hitting it mentally, emotionally, throughout the day, tapping into her emotions, having sex with her mentally, talking all this crazy stuff? Like, girl, I can't wait to, she puts on a new dress, be like, yeah, that does look good. It's going to look good crumpled up on the floor later, too, when I take it off you. Why are you not saying these stupid, corny lines to your wife? Homie, for real. It's annoying, because I know you want to. I know you've wanted to say this to a stranger, so say it to the one you got. And final thing, gentlemen. I know many of you are probably thinking the mistake thought. The mistake thought that gets you nice dudes, especially, caught up and not doing this at all. You are possibly thinking something to the effect of, but my girl's not like that. She's the mother of my child. Like she's, we're Christian, we're holy. Like, you might be thinking something that this shouldn't apply to your relationship. That is a mistake, gentlemen. A 1000% mistake. Because number one, you doing this is with your person. It's with your girl. What you worried about? You're not doing this to some random person. Especially if you're married. If you're Christian and you're married, God didn't say don't have sex. Dude said be fruitful and multiply. So you're good, okay? You're fine. Secondly, it's a mistake to think that women are not freaks. It is a mistake to think that women don't need to get it in. Women are freakier than you give them credit for. Women are freakier than you know. If you have not been in these streets and you don't know about these freaks, these moms are freaky. These Christian girls is freaky. It don't matter. There might be a small exception, tiny, minuscule exception for like certain cultural things in certain places, right? certain religions, certain cultures, but at the same time, if it's within the confines of the marriage, pretty sure it's game on. You could do pretty much whatever. So stop tripping about that. Having that thought of thinking that your girl isn't like that or doesn't like these things, part of it might be her. She don't know if she likes it or not because she's never explored. She might not have tried these things with other guys because she wanted to make sure she was married first. Or it might be where you're not the one pushing bounds. You're not the one trying anything, so she doesn't know. She might have done freaky stuff before she got with you, but then when she got with you, she thought, I have to be a mother, I have to be whatever. Because I'm going to tell you this. You know how we are when it comes to getting it in, right? It's not as if women don't have that too. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't seem like it because women have this switch where if they don't get it for a long time, it turns the switch off and they can go for a long time without it. But if some dude comes up and flips the switch, it's like a floodgate. All the not getting it that's been held back for months or years or whatever, all the freaky stuff. And I'm not saying you don't have it at all. I'm saying the freaky, deaky, hair pulling, biting, nibbling, calling her dirty names, like all the crazy stuff that she wasn't getting before. If he flips that switch, that's how girls get taken. Rich dudes will get girls taken. Tall dudes will get girls taken. Famous dudes. No amount of money, no amount of height, no amount of nothing will stop that if you are not on top of your job. Okay? Now, if you want an example of what I'm talking about, if you still don't believe me, there's a YouTuber. I'm going to put him in the description. I don't know this dude, but he does this thing. His channel is basically men all over the world send him their stories of their wives, their girlfriends, their mother, their child, been married for 20 years, and how that guy does basically everything. He just stories about men who get cheated on. And it's called Strong Successful Male. So we're going to put that in the description for y'all just to see some stories, just to hear some things. Just go talk to the dude. Put in the comments that Cedric sent you. Know what I mean? Let him know Balance of Power said, come watch this because y'all didn't believe. And like I said, it's story on story on story of how women get provided for, women get amazing men. But if the dudes are not plugging that hole, they can have some guy come up with nothing. Some grimy dude with no money, no nothing. Nothing. Other than the D. Other than the grimy, crazy stuff that she ain't used to. So if you're not experimenting with her, somebody else will be. If you're not objectifying your woman and making her feel like, ooh, she feels hot. She still feels like she's out in the streets dating. If you're not giving her this stuff that she needs as a woman to feel entertained, to feel new and fresh, someone else will be giving it to her. Dude in an office will be talking and slapping your girl's ass and telling her, ooh, you look good in that dress, and making innuendos and all kinds of stuff. So why aren't you? Don't make the mistake of thinking that your girl that this don't apply. If you don't try it, how the hell do you know? This is why it's so important. It's so important because, again, no amount of success or whatever will stop the animal. Because y'all be forgetting. Humans, period, but especially now, be forgetting that we are animals. And her animal, that is what outside dudes will tap into. They will be tapping into her animal. She a beast, yo. If you ain't tapping into that animal, you messing up. Now that's it for today's lesson. Now the class is mostly free, but pay the fee with a thumb up or down. Doesn't matter, just let a brother know whether you love it or hate it. Now we are a new channel here, so subscribe. Subscribe yourself, let everybody else know, tell everybody about this. Who else is gonna tell you to rub your own wife's booty? Me. I know you like these lessons, so come on back and get some more learning in. Till next time, deuce deuce.